أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. Today we have the opportunity of having our Shaykh Ali Manikfan with us. So inshallah we have a lot of debate going on now regarding the lunar calendar or the moon calendar. So he was studying about this subject since 1965. So that's a lot of years that he has spent almost his life for this subject. And in 1987 only he started telling the people about it. So he was meeting a lot of ulamas in Kerala and also in Tamil Nadu. And now he has come to Bangalore also. So we will have few questions about the lunar calendar, and inshallah we will have all the doubts or whatever that we can learn from him. Jazakallah khair. Okay, first of all, I want to ask you, why do we need a lunar calendar? We are already using the Gregorian calendar for our purposes. So the dates and everything is fixed. We know about it. So why do we need a lunar calendar?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Now you're asking, why do we need this lunar calendar while we are using this Gregorian calendar? Now we all know that Islam is complete in everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent down Quran through his last prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he has come as a teacher for all people in the world, and his work is to be a guide for whole human community. Quran itself says that لِتُخْرِجَ النَّاسَ إِلَى الظُّلُمَاتِ مِنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ إِلَى النُّورِ, that he is sent so that he will bring the people from darkness into light through the Quran. So now, as for a calendar, humans only need the calculation of time. All other creatures do not need it. Human beings have to record the history, and for a perfect calendar, without a perfect calendar, we cannot record time. It should not be liable to any change at any time in history, and the dates should be very accurate. Now we are telling that we are using the Gregorian calendar, and why do we want this lunar calendar? Now this is because you do not know about the old history. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Makkah to preach Islam, they had the lunar calendar only. They were using that calendar. Since they were not so much educated, they were not able to correctly find out the dates, so they had made an artificial lunar calendar. That is, they got it from Jews. Jews came to Arabia in the 1st century itself. They knew that a prophet is going to come to Makkah through their books.
Scriptures.
So that is why they came here. This is what is said in the history. So they had a lunar calendar, artificial lunar calendar, in which 30, 29 alternated in a regular pattern. This calendar was adopted by the Arabs. They were using it when Rasulullah ﷺ was born. It is recorded in history that Rasulullah was born on 12th of Rabiul Awwal. So we know that that calendar was being used there. But that is not according to the moon's phases, which show us the date. So this calendar was corrected by Rasulullah ﷺ when he went to Medina. Till that time he was using the same calendar as people used. And in the second year, the fasting was prescribed. Fasting is to be in Ramadan. There only he is speaking about this calendar. He is telling that according to your calendar, all Shabans have 29 days and all Ramadans in every year 30 days. Rasulullah is telling the moon is not moving like that. Sometimes Shaban will have 30 days also. So you have to see the moon and begin. And then he is telling again, no, every Ramadan is not 30. Sometimes it will have 29 also. So what you have to, you don't know how to calculate, you don't know how to write. We are a people ummis, we don't know, we don't use all those things. So we will see the moon and find out the date. This is how this calendar came into being. Now here in India, we were using this English calendar when these British people caught us. They were ruling us. Before that, the other kings, these Mughal kings, they were using the Hijra calendar, lunar calendar. But they were also not using it in a correct way. They were also using the artificial lunar calendar, and it was much attention was not given to it like that. This is how it came, and now we want to use this calendar because Allah has prescribed it for mankind.
But now Rasul ﷺ had ordered the sighting of the Hilal to determine the starting of the month. That is what you said according to the Sumu Liruyati or Aftiru Liruyati.
Yes.
And why are you opposing it? Are you opposing it?
Yes, but because now what we are doing is not correct. It is not the way Rasul ﷺ and Sahaba did. They were watching the moon, they found the dates. Because we have in Quran very clear cut words. The Quran says that وَالْقَمَرَ قَدَّرْنَاهُ مَنَازِلَ حَتَّى عَادَ كَالْأُرْجُونِ الْقَدِيمِ. Allah has appointed this manazil or phases for the moon till at last it returns like the old this thing what you call shriveled stalk of the date bunch. So Quran is clearly telling how the dates is shown by the moon. It's not one day is looking and fixing the month. These months were originally when the heavens and earth was created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has fixed this system. That is lunar system, it is moving around the sun. It is exactly, it is moving, and these months are fixed. This is not changeable. Now, 1 month begins on such day. It is recorded in Allah's book. We have to find out that by observing the moon. How can it be possible if you go and see the moon one day and say that it is first? You will not know. So what happens is we are beginning 2 days after the moon. Moon appears, and then after 2 days only we are seeing the crescent, and again beginning in next day. This is not correct way. This is what I am telling.
So I have a question now related to what you are saying.
Yeah.
So how can Quran and Hadith differ in this subject? Because according to you, you are saying that can be calculated. But Rasulullah says, Sumu Lurati after Lurati. That means we have to see the moon, then only we decide the month has started.
Yes. So, now this is the problem. Now what is the meaning of Sumu Liruyatihi? This is the meaning. People have misunderstood it to be sighting the crescent. That is not the meaning. Sumu liruyatihi. Fast according to its appearance. So this is, Allah is asking us to begin the month according to the moon's phases. We have to find out the first, observing the moon. This is what Rasulullah and Sahaba were doing. But people later misunderstood it, and here in all countries, you see, they began after sighting the hilal.
Okay, so what are the rules that governing the lunar calendar?
See, Quran is very clear about it. يَسَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ قُلْ هِيَ مَوَاقِيتُ لِلنَّاسِ وَالْحَجِّ. They are asking you about the moon phases, ahilla, phases. Tell them they mark the dates for people and Hajj. That means for people's affairs they need date. And Hajj also is a celebration which has to be on the fixed date. So it has correct phases and according to which the dates should follow. But what we are doing now, we are thinking that we have to see the first crescent and people will go and watch on a wrong day and they are telling that's not there, tomorrow we see. So what happens is you cannot have a fixed calendar. Without fixed calendar, how can we record the dates? This is what is happening.
But the day starts from Maghrib. So that is why we are looking at, because according to Islamic concept, I don't know, they say that the day starts from Maghrib.
Yes,
So that is why we are seeing that, and then the day starts from Maghrib, and that is the first hilal that we are sighting.
This is the mistake we are doing. You see, Rasulullah came to correct what all mistakes people were doing. These Arabs, these Jewish people, they begin the day at Maghrib, at their custom. But Rasulullah is not given that way. You see, now he has given us 5 prayers in a day. That is day and night, 5 prayers. This is a day. 5 prayers make a day. In these 5 prayers, which is the first prayer? Can you tell me, please?
Well, according to my understanding, it can be Fajr.
Yes, that is it. Fajr time only we are waking. All the creatures wake up, sunlight falls. We sleep and then get there. Only we are starting the day. This is the correct way. But people are going to believe that the month begins after sighting the hilal. See, Sumu liruyati doesn't mean Sumu badaruyati. This is a mistake. Li has got different meaning. Sumu liruyati, people have understood Sumu badaruyati. So after seeing the crescent, they begin. No. We are seeing the first crescent on the first day. So we should be on fast on that day. So you have to find out the first. That is the way. I think you are understanding.
Yeah, now I want to ask you one very important thing. See there are a lot of ulamas. There's especially the Rabita, which is the group of ulamas, worldwide ulamas. And then we have, the head of the Rabita. They all differ. They all say that there is no need for the calculation, or the calculation is not possible. This is only you who is actually opposing it.
Yes, you see, I have gone to Saudi Arabia 5 times. First I went in 1999. After that, every year I was going. I have met all these people and communicated with them. They do not know anything about the geography or astronomy. Okay. So without this knowledge, you cannot come to a right way of observation of the moon. Now you see, now are we calculating the time according to the sun, or are we always going and seeing the sun?
No.
Why you don't go and see? How do you calculate? Can you calculate the sun's tomorrow at what time it will rise, or after 1 year at what time it will rise in Bangalore? Can you tell?
Yes, now because it's already fixed, no?
Yes, we can. We have found out the calculations and we can predict. The same way moon also has the same calculations which Allah has said. We have found out that and we are doing it. If you can calculate the sun's movement, why can't you calculate the moon which is very near to us? Sun is far away, when compared to the
moon,
it's very near. So we know everything about the moon, just
so
as we know.
You are trying to say that moon is like a calendar that is Allah has put in the skies,
yes,
so that anybody can understand.
Anybody can. For education is not necessary for that. Literacy is not necessary at all. Any man can, who has got eyes and thinking power, any man can find out the moon.
Okay. Now a lot of doubts comes about that. For example, because the earth is round, one side it is night and one side it is day. So for example, now somebody is praying Fajr here, somebody has not finished their Isha on the other side. Not like that. So how it is possible to have one day for all the countries in the world?
You see, everything is very clearly explained in our rituals of the Islamic system. Very clear. You see, now we have 5 prayers. Every day we are praying 5 prayers, and we have got a time for measuring the day. You said that earth is a globe,
yes,
and sunlight is falling on one side, the other side is dark. The lighted part is the day, the dark part is the night. So we have to count. في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب. You have recited.
Yes.
So this day and night is an ayat. You have to think about it. Otherwise you cannot understand. لآيات لأولي الألباب. Not for the common man. لأولي الألباب. All are not albab. Ulil albab. There are some who can think. They can find out this by thinking how this is happening. So now I said 5 prayers are there for us every day, and one time is the time in which we count the earth's rotation. It has completed one round. And for this is, we have days. We have days. See, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, again Sunday. 7 days we are counting. In these 7 days we have this prayer. Every day we are praying after taking this count. At what time do we take the count of this earth rotation? You know, have an idea?
I don't know.
Maghrib?
Maghrib, I don't know.
Can we take at Maghrib time? Measure? Can we take this measure Maghrib time? Or can we measure it at sunrise? No, it cannot be done, because you see, if you are at a higher level, your view is different. You are getting a longer day. If you are lower place, you are getting a shorter day. So your height affects this these 2 times.
Like north and south.
And another thing is, this sun is not visible at Maghrib always. Every day it should be. Then only we can calculate. Sunrise also cannot be used. This also is not. Only in the noon. At that time we are taking a measurement and we are asked to pray Dhuhr. Every day we pray Dhuhr. How many days? 6 days we continue Dhuhr. When 7th day comes, there is another prayer, which is called Jummah.
Yes.
This prayer begins at Dhuhr. So it goes on rotating, and 20 hours, 4 hours it stops. Again Dhuhr comes. So this is happening somewhere in the world.
Yeah, that clears something. For example, you are trying to say that the sun is there and our earth is rotating. So this is one point where the day should start and the day should end. Because the earth is, okay.
There is another problem. From anywhere we can count these rounds.
Yeah, that's.
But you know, there should be a common place. Just as we have this rotation of Kaaba, we are doing tawaf now. You would have gone, I think.
Yes, I
we are doing tawaf, and in the corner of the Kaaba there is a stone from which we have to begin the tawaf.
So there is a point of,
Same, likewise, we should have one point for all to measure the date. Cannot differ.
Okay.
All
so it can be Makkah, because that is our center of...
How can it be Makkah, center of... If you put Makkah, what will happen to see? We are fixed. You are telling that Makkah. You see, Makkah, we are praying Thursday's Dhuhr. Coming, Makkah, it has come Thursday's Dhuhr. Then which will come?
Friday will come. And
Friday will start there, from where it has stopped. So there will be a group of people praying in Lunar, another group of people in Juma in Makkah. Can it be? The problem. You cannot have this point there. So
You mean to say that it's a country where people are living, so you cannot have that line.
There, yes, because this problem will be there. Wherever you put that problem will be there. Then where will you put it?
I don't know. Are you trying to say that that international dateline? Because to my knowledge, I don't know. The international dateline they put where there's no people are staying.
Yes.
You say
So
that?
you see, now when we wanted to know the place where the day begins, till 15th century we didn't know all this.
Okay.
Because America was not known.
That time.
Till 15th century, America was not known to us, and they did not know about us. There was a civilization there, here another civilization, without knowing each other. But after America was discovered, then they circumnavigated. At that time only they came to know that one day is losing. You go on down like that. Then should be. Then where does it happen? This they searched. Captain Cook was the man who did all the voyages in all the seas. Finally, he found out this place where the days are different. What happened was, from Makkah, people went two sides. All sides they went. So their time they took. Think of Juma. In Makkah's Juma, when people reached India, it became advanced by 2 or 3 hours. When these people who went that side, African side, when they reached Morocco and all, it became late.
Late, yes. Earlier that is.
Then like that, somewhere where the difference is 12 hours, there will be 2 Jumas. Today and tomorrow, praying Juma. This place is the place where they have fixed the dateline.
But that is can be Islam as Muslim or Islamic calendar, or when we are talking about can we accept that? This is not then for that
see,
purpose.
people don't know about the history of this dateline and other things. They are not concerned about it. Actually, they have found out this where these people are differently praying Juma. In those days, Captain Cook and others, when they researched it, they do not know their language, the local language. Sunday, Monday, they don't know. They cannot be learning the language at that time. They were traveling. But they saw these people this side praying one day late. You see, in those days, king goes to the mosque, Juma, goes to the mosque only on Friday. Other days he won't go. So when the king goes, there will be band and it will be a great celebration.
Okay, so they were very noticing it.
They notice, these people are going one day ahead, those people are going one day behind. What is this?
Where you mean?
Different islands are there.
Oh, okay. In one island, other island. Where the international dateline may be going in between.
Yes, okay. So that is the place where the day is different, they found out. This is how they found it, but they don't know the Islamic rules. They knew that it is the place where the day begins.
Is it mentioned in Quran or something? Or?
Yes, Quran is mentioned. You see, there Zulkarnain is mentioned. Zulkarnain's travel from till the sunrising place and the sun-setting place he went.
Yes,
this is the place, Matala Shams. Maghrib Shams, the same place. All these things are there in Quran. Quran, everything will be there, no, it's Allah's book. Then what question you have?
Okay. Now again. Okay. Now the thing is that the moon sighting is so much, gone inside everybody that now we have the mullahs or we have the qadis, and they really decide because they are responsible for that area and they can actually say what is the people should do and other. Now when you say that the moon sighting, for example, the moon can be seen in one place, at the same time you cannot see in another place. So how you can have one day, according to your arguments, in one day that for all world? I mean, is that possible?
It is possible. No, that's a very simple question you are asking.
Okay.
No, these months are in full days.
Yeah.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us this lunar month is 29 or 30. It will not be less than 29. It will not be more than 30.
Okay.
It is 29 or 30 full days. Full days means weekdays. We are making the month with weekdays. Where we have Friday. Think of Friday now. If this Friday, Juma is prayed on Saturday. Will anybody pray Juma on Saturday?
No.
Anybody will
Only Yawm Juma. That is only Friday.
On Friday, Juma will be prayed.
Okay.
How the whole world is praying Juma in one day? Juma is the weekday celebration, week celebration. So, my question is, in a week, that celebration which comes on Friday is celebrated by the whole people in one day. Why can't we celebrate the yearly celebration in one day?
I think this is a very opening. He's asking me the question now. So, so you mean to say that we are praying Friday
At Dhuhr.
at Dhuhr, Juma, anywhere in the world when the Friday comes only. That means if it is Friday here, it is Saturday some other place, some Thursday
That
another
doesn't
place.
matter.
But they are not praying Juma. They are waiting, or they have already did the.
Yes,
according
now this question you are
I think
asking.
this is a break even.
This is all great knowledge only it is. You see now, how did the human beings spread all over the world? Human distribution in the world, how did it happen? This has to be known now. Science agrees that population, mankind began in Africa somewhere. But we know from Quran, the civilization began from Makkah. Because inna awwala baytin wudiya linnasi lalladhi bi Makkah. Quran says. So from that only civilization spread. Human beings would have originated in Africa, we don't oppose it. But this civilization began from Makkah. From Makkah, both sides they went. So what happened? Two sides they took the day, not one side. So because of that, this problem is coming. So all the work of Allah, He spread the people, and we did not know all this till 15th century. After that only we were knowing it, how it is. So common man, these people who are aliens, they are not studying geography. Whereas Allah has asked in the Quran, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ وَإِلَى السَّمَاءِ كَيْفَ رُفِيَتْ وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ وَإِلَى الْأَرْضِ كَيْفَ سُطِيَتْ. How this earth is being spread. We are not thought about. All this knowledge is there in Quran. We are asked to think all about this. But we are not doing that.
Okay. So let us come to the very point, because the main idea of this interview is to fix on your
argument.
I don't say it's an argument anymore now. So how you will calculate, or when the day will start, and when the month will start and when the month will end? How we will know? How we will calculate?
You see,
this is very important thing that everybody wants to know.
Okay, right. We know about the tawaf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not asked us simply to rotate. All calculations are in that. Kaaba is a square, we have got almost square, we have got rectangle, we have got angles, we have got all these things, and we have got a circle in tawaf. So all geometrical measurements are taught in the very beginning. To those who are thinking, they will know all these things. But all this we are doing is not simply in vain, we are doing it with purpose. So we have now talked about the day. The day is one revolution of this earth. We measure it with the sun. Sun, yes. Because of the sun only time is varying. So we measure the day with the sun. Now when we come to many days, we have to have a month. So people relied on the moon.
Yeah.
See, in 1 week the moon grows big and becomes half. Then within another week it becomes full. After that it becomes reduced. In 28 days the moon disappears. If the month is 28 days, the moon disappears. Last crescent will be seen on the 28th day, and the next day is not seen. But if the month is of 30 days, 29th also we can see the last crescent. And then this is the month. So this will be in complete days. We are not taking half. See, 29 and 30 Rasulullah said. What will be the average of that? 1 month 29, another month 30. What will be the average of this? We calculate
by 2. So that will be something
29.5 it will come.
Okay.
29 point, that 0.5 we cannot take. We have to put either this side or that side. Because 29 and 30 we can't use half day. So we are calculating that way. So by seeing the moon we know a month has 30 or 29 days. We do it by seeing.
Now, I'm sorry I'm to interrupt you. Now you are saying by seeing the moon, how you will know, for example, it's the 7th day or 8th day. Because if it is a 30 days, then it may be almost half, or if it is 7th day, it will be, how is that? How a common man can understand that?
Very, very simple method by which we can, any common man can judge the date.
Okay.
See, now, suppose you have begun a month on a Monday. If you begin the month on Monday, Monday 1, Monday 8, Monday 15, Monday 22, Monday 29.
Okay.
Very simple. With hand itself you can count the month. So you are not sure whether you have begun it on Monday. Some doubt is there. Then 7th, ordinary man can say definitely on the 7th. So if you have begun the month on the Monday, so which will be the 7th day? One day behind. Sunday will be the 7th day. So Sunday at the sunset you will see the moon. Moon will be overhead. And if you have a pillar, you compare it whether it is western side or eastern side, whether it is slanting to the west or whether it is on the side.
So you have to watch every day or every month?
Every day you need not. If you want to make practice, you can just by seeing you can tell the date. So simple. So if you know that it is 7th is correct, it will be straight and the shape will be less than half. Very simple. If the month is of 29 days, it will almost reach at 90 degrees. If it is 30 days, it will be slightly slanting towards east.
But how do I know the month started on Monday?
That's what I am telling. If you watch on this Monday or Sunday,
so
you will know Sunday is 7, then you know the beginning day. And if you are unable to check here, again you say in full moon.
Okay, how the Quran support that? How you can say that from the Quran?
Quran has very clearly said, وَالْقَمَرَ قَدَّرْنَاهُ مَنَازِلَ حَتَّى عَادَ كَالْعُرْجُونِ الْقَدِيمِ. Manazil has been appointed, fixed. Allah has fixed, it won't change. Moon will be there where it should be, on that day it will be there, even after 1,000 years.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You see, then when you check on the full moon day, from there only Allah is describing. وَالْقَمَرَ قَدَّرْنَاهُ مَنَازِلَ حَتَّى عَادَ. This portion is not described. Growing portion is not described.
Or the unseen.
The last is, that is only necessary for us to find out the month. By growing phases, you can only say that how many days have passed. See, the moon, when it is going away from the sun, it is growing. This we call waxing phases in English. In Arabic, it is manazilul ijtima'iyya, collecting. Then the other phase is called manazilul istiqbaliyya. It is coming to meet the sun. So the istiqbaliyya, we have to see the full moon. We have seen, see the moon, and we know. See the full moon day. What happens? 15th will be the full moon day. That is Monday. If month has begun on Monday, second Monday will be the full moon day. Monday, what you have to do at sunset, you see the moon, whether it has risen or not. If the month is of 30 days, by the time sun sets, this would have risen. Some 15-20 minutes up it will be. You can see it.
So you have to observe all those things.
Without observing, how do you know the time? You have to observe the sun if you don't have a watch. In those days, they were not having watch or anything, but they were finding the time.
Talking about this, can we have a moon watch?
The moon watch is there already. We don't know anything. They are This mobile
there?
light
Is
is there. That is very useful for fishermen.
Uh-huh.
Yes, according to the moon, these fishes are moving this side and that side, they will know. It is connected with the moon. Tide is connected with the moon. High tide will come on full moon day. All these things are connected with the moon.
How about NASA?
NASA people are making all these things, no? They have 5,000 years before and south 5,000 years after.
You mean lunar calendar?
Moon
or
phases.
they are not following the Gregorian calendar?
Gregorian calendar is not correct, no? It will make mistake. You see, you don't understand. Now we are using the solar calendar. Solar calendar can never be perfect.
Yeah.
See, even Jawaharlal Nehru in 1954, when India got freedom, he wrote a letter to the Calendar Commission, scientific body. No, he says that now we are free people, we can make our own laws and everything. We don't want others' help. We can make.
Yeah, these are things we are ignoring.
Then he is telling that I understand that there are about 30 calendars in India.
Okay.
Every language people have every calendar. But all these calendars are not usable because there are so many mistakes. And finally he is telling the Gregorian calendar, which now the world has accepted, itself is having many mistakes. It is also not suitable for us. It is not usable for international use, he is telling. Universal use, he is telling. The word used is universal. This calendar is not cannot be used for universal purpose. So that means he is requesting the Calendar Commission to find out such a calendar, error-free calendar, which will never make mistake. But that has not come so far. We have a calendar, but our people don't know about this calendar.
Okay, to the common man's understanding, I don't know, even with very limited knowledge, not like you what you have. Now you have the sun here, the earth here, and the moon is going around.
Yeah.
Now where you will start the date? Is it when the sun and moon and the earth come same line?
Yes, you see, now this is the earth mean rotating like this, sun and sun you think. When it comes here only the point. Here so only this is earth, this is the sun. They are rotating like this. So the point is here. From here, just like Hajrul Aswad we are counting the Tawa.
Okay, so it can be in any place.
Any place it won't come, no? Any place in the world, any place where this is coming, it will be a particular place. Earth is rotating, no?
From there it will start, but it is not like a minute or hour, no. A day means it is 24 hours. So
yes, a full day. Now, what we are doing is, it is rotating like this, we are counting from here. At the earth, there will be many times.
Okay.
But at that place, some place will be there which it is coming straight. Some land.
That day you don't see the moon.
And that day you won't see the moon.
Okay.
So that is called conjunction in scientific language.
Okay.
This moon and sun coming on line is conjunction.
Okay.
This
that
conjunction,
day you don't see the moon, correct? Because the sun is here and the earth
you
is
cannot
looking,
see.
then
For
you cannot
one
see
day
the moon.
it cannot be
because
seen.
there is no reflection of the light
Yes.
from the sun.
Yes.
Okay. Now what happens?
So from here when it comes here, there will be some place on the land where this is happening.
Okay.
Every month it will be
different.
every month it will be different. It won't happen in
That's
one
my
place.
question. Yes.
So that place will have a day. No? The people who are living there, they have 1 week day.
Okay.
Whatever day it is, that day is taken as the last day.
Okay.
All agree that this happened on that day.
Okay.
Now, if it is Friday, everybody take it as Friday.
Okay, now this part of the conjunction, what's happening? The day is not started yet.
No,
so
next day will be the
days.
first. Next day will be the first.
But what about those people?
Anywhere it is, when this happens, everybody thinks that the Friday is the last day.
Okay.
Then Saturday will be first for all people. For all people.
So I think if that is the way, then you must know in advance when to start.
In advance we know.
Ramzan and
yes, very easy.
Otherwise, yes.
See, now if you see the moon in the proper way, Quran is talking about the last crescent. Original Qadim.
Okay.
Quran is not telling even one word of Hilal, about Hilal. Quran, it is not mentioned. You can check if you want. Hilal, the word hilal is not used in Quran.
Hilal. Okay, so
Ahilla is
plural.
Ahilla is plural, but singular Allah has not used. So that itself we know that it is not a good word. Otherwise Allah will use it. No, why Allah is not using that word? How many words are there in the Quran? Hilal is not used anywhere. He has not used that word. It is not necessary.
So, okay, now let me just conclude that you will say that this is the earth and this is the moon and you are the sun.
Yeah.
And when it is one area, then the day starts.
One line.
One line. Then
month ends on that day.
Oh, yeah, the day starts. That is the first day.
That is the last day.
Okay, last day.
Next day will be the first for all.
For all.
For all. No.
So anywhere in the world, the moon is
moon. We can call it moon. Moon's birth or anything.
Anything wrong if you say Amavasi? It's the same thing.
Here they call Amavasi, but Amavasi is not the conjunction.
Okay.
Because it is used by Hindus. Their Amavasi continues for 2 days. You can see.
Yes.
That is not a correct term. Amavasi is not correct term. In science, we are telling conjunction. We call it conjunction, and the new moon also is used for same word.
So the day begins when the conjunction is over. I mean, from that point.
Month begins next day after the conjunction, wherever it takes place. Yeah, it is very easy. How do you record the birth of a child?
Yes.
How do you record the birth of a child? The same thing we can go to the Prophet himself. When was the Prophet born? Okay. He was born on a Monday.
What is the relation?
No, he was born a Monday. Okay. His day of birth is Monday.
Okay.
Monday will have a date. He has not told it. Because at that time all these things were not fixed. He has never said. Rabiul Awwal is a month. Today he has not said.
Which day he was?
He has not which date.
Okay.
He has never used these dates in his letters. You can see he has written many letters. No date is used. So at that time this system was not there. But he has taught everything. He has not started this. It started after Umar Allah's time. Now you see the date of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was born on Monday in the Fajr time, before sunrise. So at that time America is having another day. Can American say that he was born on Sunday? Can they say? No. So everybody agree. Understood?
Yeah, this is the very practical side. My thoughts are come like that is that if I want to say, for example, my daughter's marriage is on, for example,
on date you say?
Rabiul 2nd, for example.
Yeah.
So which day I will tell people if I am to follow this?
For everybody, the same Rabiul Awwal.
So for Bangalore people, I have to say it can be Saturday or Sunday, and if my son is in Australia, so if I had to tell him that it will be on Thursday, so that means calendar means should be for everybody. So one day should I relate to one date.
One point you are forgetting, I think.
Yes.
The calendar is to mark the day. We are using 7 days.
Yes.
That day is marked by this calendar date. Now if you say Rabiul Awwal 2nd, it will be one day.
It is a day, yes.
Say Monday. Monday means for whole world that Rabiul Awwal 2 will be Monday. Even America, they know. They know that it is ahead. This will be ahead, they will come. Same date, no different date.
But when they travel,
they know that, how much distance is there, where it is there, but they also will have the same date. The Rabiul Awwal 2nd.
There can be hours difference, but not the day difference.
Day is different.
So maximum 12 hours difference can be there for
just like the solar calendar, same it is. Now you have understood. I think you have understood much more.
Yes. Now it is getting more clear, because if you are talking about a calendar, and the calendar means a date in the past and the date for the future should be fixed. It should be the same day, same date for all. Otherwise, it is not a calendar.
Now a great event happened in Rasulullah's time. In his birth it happened, but afterwards later, his son Ibrahim died. Ibrahim died. On which day, on which date, no clear record is found in our history.
But that day there was an eclipse or something.
Eclipse was there. A solar eclipse was there. This is famous because people started talking that the eclipse has happened because his son has died.
Yes, yes.
So he got this news. Immediately he said, this eclipse has nothing to do with somebody's life or death or wealth or anything. It is one event. It happened. There is another event. There is not because of this happened. So we clearly know, because we know that there was eclipse, we can pinpoint that day. Because Ash-Shamsu wal Qamaru bi Husban.
Yes.
Otherwise we can't.
Yes.
It is Husban. Through the Husban we can find out that day. It is 27th January 632 AD, Monday. So we can find out the lunar date, correct lunar date for it. It was the last day of Shawwal, 30th Shawwal, 10 Hijrah. Simple. At that time, we are clear it. Why we can't tell them the date?
Okay, having said all this, I just have one final question about it. During Rasul's time, there was no confusion. There was, as you said, there was no scientific information for Rasulullah. So they had no confusion. They were starting the month on, Ramzan. Was there like in Medina some days and in Sham some days, or how was it? Or now are you creating the confusion here?
No, nobody is creating. You see, because of ignorance, all these things happen.
Okay.
People who are ignorant of this subject, they may have other knowledges, but they are not ready to believe others. See, in Arabic it is there.
So how Rasul's time, how they were calculating?
Rasul's time calculation was not that they are seeing the moon and telling the date. See, Rasulullah, when the Bedouins come and tell him, he believed it. Because they were experienced in this, seeing the moon. The Bedouins of Arabia, they were depending time and singing on the moon. So when they come and tell tomorrow is, Ya Rasulullah, tomorrow is first of Ramadan, he asked them to announce. He is not questioning them. Because he knows that the people are well versed in that. But now here
so
what
there's no need to follow that system now, because we already have the knowledge.
Now we are not following the same system for the sun. Then why should we not follow the same for the moon? This is my question.
So I think there is a real point that what our Shaykh Manikfan is saying, that if says Ash-Shamsu wal Qamar bi Husban, that means we are doing the Husban, that means the calculation for the sun, for the time. So the sun is to do with the time, and the moon is to do with the dates or the month. Yeah. So what is it then? Why we don't calculate, or we can advance? You can know when before itself we can know that.
Now I can tell you the next Ramadan.
I remember there was some Panjangam they used to make earlier.
Panjangam is made by Hindus. They make it according to.
No. Even Muslims also.
Muslims had never reached the perfection in those days because they were not knowing the calculations of this time. So they were making mistakes. So they were not having this astronomical calendar till recent time. That's why it is like that.
So your intention is it to make all the Muslim Ummah one? We have so many other factions and all that. So at least for this case you can bring them. Is that your intention, or
no?
It is the intention that you want to bring the lunar calendar for our purposes.
No. You see, it is not like that. We are doing a foolish thing. Because weekly celebration is done by one day by all Muslims.
Okay. The Jummah.
Then my question is, why yearly celebration can be in different days? I noticed in 1965 something happened in Minikoi. But in that time Eid was on 2nd February 1965 Tuesday. At that time Makkah had Eid, India had Eid, Kerala had Eid. How it came in one day? All the people celebrated. We have record. All the people celebrated Eid on that day. And after Eid celebration, Eid prayer, these people are getting into the ship. Administrator and the Lakshadweep people get into the ship. And they go to an island. I don't remember the name of the island. Next day when they reached there, that was Wednesday, and nobody came. Then at that time we cannot think of this mobile. It was not known. Then they somehow found out through radio telephone that people are celebrating Eid, nobody will come. Then administrator, he was very Murkot Ramuni, he said we will go to the next island, Eid will not be there now. So 2 days are over. When they went to Minikoi was going to celebrate Eid on Thursday. So he had to unload some cargo there. In that only one trouble came and one riot happened, and he had to bring force from mainland. One naval ship was brought with the army, and so many people were arrested. And that is why I started thinking about it, how this can happen. Islam is to make peace. Islam is not for creating trouble. So how it can be? I started thinking. Nobody has thought. I started thinking. Allah put that thinking in me. I thought.
Alhamdulillah.
Now I have arrived at the correct conclusions. When I tell these people,
I want to ask you one thing. Do you believe in Qadr?
yes,
Qadr.
Qadr is there.
Qadr is something that you don't know.
Qadr is something
So
we
the
don't know.
calendar, Allah's calendar also, you don't have to know the future date, you know.
So you see,
Is that the way it is?
no. There are two types of knowledge. One is ilm shahada, another is ilm al-ghaib. Two ilms are there.
Yes.
This ghaib is known only to some people whom Allah has revealed it. Others won't know it. So this moon, sun and all these things are made subservient to us. Stars, moon and all for our purpose. Allah has clearly said, Sakhara lakum shamsa wal qamara da'ibain. It is made subservient to you. It is moving according to Allah's law. That law we can find out. If you find out the law, you can calculate. Very simple. It is not unknown. Because time is not known. How will you do it? I think you don't know when the sun will rise. How will you do some work? You can't do it. The same way we can know this also.
Okay, now let us close it down,
Yes,
because
thank you.
I think we
Time,
had enough.
Azan,
And,
yes.
thank you very much.
Time.
Now I want you to look at the camera and tell, as a conclusion,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
You see, Muslims must come forward and learn all these things and come to the truth. Arrive at the truth. We cannot be silly people. Because khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas. This is my final word.
Jazakallah khair.